She won't say it out loud, but her body already has. The way she looks at you, just a second too long. The way her fingers brush her lips when you speak. The way her body leans closer, almost like it's not her choice. Most men miss these signs, not because they're invisible, but because they're too distracted, too reactive, too eager. But not you. Because once you understand how attraction really works, you'll start to see what others never notice. This isn't manipulation. It's not pickup artistry. It's awareness, clarity, control. And it starts with one question. Can you stay calm enough to see what her body is already telling you? Let's find out. The Stoic principle. In a world where everyone is trying to impress, the man who doesn't chase stands out. Most guys react. They overthink. They see a woman smile and instantly lean in, compliment her, try to win her over. They're not grounded. They're looking for validation. But the Stoic man, he doesn't flinch. He doesn't chase. He watches. He observes. And when the moment calls for, either acts with calm precision. Stoicism isn't about being cold or emotionless. It's about being unshakable. It's about having the strength to stay centered, even when desire whispers in your ear. Because, let's be honest, when a woman wants you, you'll feel it in the air. But that's exactly when most men fall apart. They get excited. They lose control. And in that instant, they lose the moment. But not you, because you understand this truth. Real attraction doesn't require rushing. It thrives in tension, in presence, in power. When you embody Stoicism, you become the calm in the storm. Your silence speaks louder than compliments. Your stillness makes her lean in, and your restraint creates the space for her desire to grow. A Stoic man doesn't try to convince a woman to want him. He gives her the opportunity to feel it for herself. So when you notice the signs, her gaze lingering, her touch lingering, her energy shifting, you don't jump, you don't perform. You simply hold your ground, like a mountain, unmoved by the wind. Because you're not here to chase validation. You're here to connect with clarity, depth, and calm. And that's exactly what we're going to do next. Let's break down the 4 secret signs her body reveals when she wants you. The 4 secret signs, what her body reveals before she ever speaks. You don't need a woman to say, "I want you," because if you're paying attention, her body will say it for her. The problem is, most men don't know how to listen. They're too distracted by the noise in their own heads, too busy proving something, too reactive to even notice what's unfolding right in front of them. But not you. You're grounded, present, calm. And when you're calm, you begin to see what others are blind to. Let's uncover the 4 secret signs that reveal when a woman is deeply attracted to you long before any words are spoken. Sin number 1. Her eyes hold you longer than they should. Eyes don't lie. When a woman is drawn to you, she won't always smile, flirt, or giggle. Sometimes she'll just look. And when she does, it lingers. She looks at you like she's studying you. Her gaze hovers just a second too long. Sometimes it shifts from your eyes to your lips, then back again. She might look away quickly, pretending it didn't happen, but it did. Here's the truth. When attraction grows, the pupils dilate. The eyes soften. The stare becomes slower, more deliberate. This is her subconscious testing the waters, sending a signal. And here's where most men mess it up. They look away too soon. They fidget. They smile nervously. They break the tension. But you hold the gaze. You stay calm. You let her feel seen not with lust, but with presence. That's power. That's rare. And that's exactly what makes her want more. Sign number 2. She finds subtle ways to touch you. Touch is primal. It bypasses logic. It speaks straight to emotion. A woman who's attracted to you won't always come out and grab your hand. Instead, it starts small. She brushes your arm when she laughs. She accidentally touches your shoulder while passing by. She adjusts your collar, flicks off an imaginary piece of lint from your shirt, touches your forearm while making a point. These are not coincidences. These are tests. She's sending a signal. How does it feel to be close to you? Do I feel safe? Do you respond or recoil? And this is where the Stoic man shines. You don't flinch. You don't overreact. You receive the touch like a man who's comfortable in his skin. You don't chase it, you allow it. And when the moment's right, maybe you return the gesture, a slow touch on her back to guide her through a door, a light hand on her arm when you speak. Subtle, calm, grounded. Because what creates real attraction isn't how fast you escalate. It's how deeply you understand the energy that's already there. Sin number 3. Her body leans in without realizing it. Watch her posture. Does she lean forward when you speak? Does her torso, her knees, even her toes point toward you, even when she's with others? Does her back arch slightly when she's around you? She's not doing it consciously, but her body is saying, I want to be closer. This is biology in motion. From an evolutionary lens, when a woman is drawn to a man, her body naturally opens up, elongates, becomes more expressive. Her movements slow down. Her gestures soften. She becomes present, just like you. The key is, you don't lean in first. You don't chase closeness. You hold your frame. Let her come into your space. Because when you remain centered, you create a gravitational pull that pulls her in naturally. Attraction is not pursuit. It's polarity. Sin number 4. Her voice softens. Her energy shifts. Words matter less than how they're delivered. When a woman is interested, her voice changes. She slows down. The pitch drops. Her tone softens, as if she's inviting you in, without saying it directly. Her sentences get a little longer. She pauses more. There's air in the conversation space. That space is intentional. She's not filling the silence because she wants you to. And here's the Stoic key. Don't rush to fill that space. Don't panic. Don't break the moment. Just exist in it. When a woman feels safe enough to slow down around you, it means something deeper. You've created a container of calm, a rare energy in a world full of men trying too hard. That's what draws her in. These signs are subtle, but they're powerful. They don't shout, they whisper. And only the man who is grounded, calm, and present will be able to hear them. The average guy moves too fast, talks too much, seeks too hard. But the Stoic man, he waits. He watches. He lets the moment speak first. So the next time you're with a woman and you feel something shift in the air, don't question it. Don't force it. Notice it. Own it. Hold your ground. Because her body already gave you the answer. How a grounded man reacts without losing his center. So, you've seen the signs. Her eyes linger. She finds ways to touch you. Her body leans in. Her voice slows and softens. Now the real test begins. Because what separates a man who attracts from a man who just observes is his ability to respond without chasing, forcing, or performing. This is where Stoicism becomes your greatest advantage. You don't need to do anything flashy. You don't need a line. You don't need a move. You just need to stay rooted in your presence. Let's break it down. 1. When she looks at you with intention, don't look away. Don't crack a joke to break the tension. Just hold the gaze. Not like a predator, not with pressure, but with quiet certainty. Let her feel your attention. Let her feel that you see her and that you're not shaken by it. When she looks away first, and she will, it's not weakness, it's submission to the moment. That's when her attraction deepens, because she's not used to being truly seen by a man who stays calm in the storm. 2. When she touches you lightly. Most men either freeze or overdo it. You do neither. You receive the touch with confidence. Maybe smile slightly. Maybe return the gesture later, slowly, deliberately, with meaning. You never rush. You never escalate too fast. Because you understand, what's slow is seductive. 3. When her body leans into yours. Let it happen. You don't lean in first. You hold your space like a man who knows his value. When she steps closer, you stay steady. Your presence becomes her invitation. You're not trying to pull her in. You're letting her arrive. That's the difference between a boy needing attention and a man commanding it without a word. 4. When her voice softens and the air grows still, don't break the silence. Don't rush to impress her. Let her words float. Let the stillness breathe. Silence isn't awkward, it's powerful, because in that space she feels your energy more than anything you could say. And when the moment comes to act, you don't ask. You don't fumble. You move with calm intention. A Stoic man doesn't rush desire. He reveals it by standing firm, by staying still, by being unmistakably real. And now that you know how to read her body and respond with strength, you're already ahead of 95% of men. But there's one final truth you must understand. Before you act, before you escalate, you need to know when it's truly time. And that's what we'll uncover next. What most men get wrong. Let's be honest. Most men have no idea what they're doing in these moments. They see a spark and immediately try to turn it into a fire. Too fast, too eager, too desperate, and in doing so, they kill the very attraction they were hoping to build. Here's where it breaks down. Mistake number 1. They overreact to the signal. She looks at them a certain way, and suddenly they're leaning in, complimenting her lips, making jokes to break the tension. She brushes their arm, and they instantly grab her hand, touch her waist, try to escalate. What they don't realize is that moment wasn't meant for action. It was meant for recognition. It was a signal, a test. And if you fail the test by chasing it, you shift the energy from magnetic to repulsive. Because women aren't attracted to reaction. They're attracted to command. Mistake number 2. They don't trust the energy. Some men do the opposite. They see the look, they feel the vibe, but they doubt themselves. They tell themselves it's just friendliness or just being polite. So they play it safe. They ignore the signs. They convince themselves there's nothing real happening. And just like that, the moment passes, and they're left wondering what could have been. Mistake number 3. They turn the moment into performance. This is where it gets dangerous. A woman is leaning in. The tension is rising. And instead of staying grounded, the guy starts performing. He tries to be funny, cool, impressive. He steps outside himself to gain approval. But what he doesn't realize is this. She wasn't drawn to his words. She was drawn to his presence. And the moment he abandons that, she feels it, and she pulls away. The truth? Attraction isn't created through effort. It's revealed through presence. When you react too much, you lose the frame. When you doubt yourself, you lose the moment. When you perform, you lose her trust. But when you remain calm, when you trust what's unfolding, when you respond without force, that's when everything aligns. because she doesn't want a man who begs for her attention. She wants a man who already has his own and offers it by choice. Closing message. You don't need to impress her. You don't need to chase, convince, or perform, because the man who is rooted in himself, who sees clearly, moves slowly, and speaks only when the moment is right, is the man she won't forget. When you stay calm in the fire of attraction, you become the fire. You become the frame she gravitates toward. Not because you pushed, but because you pulled her in without a single word. This is the power of presence. This is the essence of masculine control. This is Stoicism in motion. Now the choice is yours. Go back to reacting like every other man, or start leading with the quiet strength she didn't know she was craving. You already know what to do. Now, do it in silence, in confidence, in power.